Not every movie launches a career. Some destroy them. We're looking at 13 movies that didn't just flop. They sent their stars' careers into a tailspin. From bad scripts to worse performances, these films did some serious damage. Get ready to cringe as we count down the movies that turned Hollywood dreams into nightmares. Mike Myers was unstoppable in the 90s. He gave us Wayne's World and Austin Powers, cementing himself as one of the funniest stars of his time. But the 2000s? Not so much. By the time The Love Guru rolled around in 2008, Myers' comedic magic had faded. The film was tasteless, cringy, and flat-out unfunny. Critics destroyed it, and Myers never fully recovered, unless you count voice work as Shrek, which, let's be real, kept him afloat.
Are you all right?
I'd like to thank the Academy. Wow, these things are heavy. Yeah.
Put me down, a-hole.
Okay.
Elizabeth Berkley was fresh off Saved by the Bell, ready to transition from TV sweetheart to movie star. But then, Showgirls happened. The film was supposed to be her big break, but instead, it turned into a career killer. Years later, it found cult status, but at the time, Berkley faced brutal reviews. The film's over-the-top drama and provocative scenes didn't help either. Her career pretty much disappeared from the spotlight after that.
We take the cash, we cash the check, we show them what they want to see.
Maybe you are a horror crystal, but I'm not.
You and me, we're exactly alike.
Alicia Silverstone was Hollywood's darling in the 90s, thanks to Clueless and those unforgettable Aerosmith music videos. Then came Batman and Robin, where she suited up as Batgirl. The movie? A disaster. Critics and fans alike hated it, calling it one of the worst superhero movies ever made. The backlash didn't just hit the franchise, it hit her career too. The whole thing was so bad, it put the Batman series on ice until Christopher Nolan brought it back to life nearly a decade later.
You're about to become compost. Yeah. Using feminine wiles to get what you want, trading on your looks. Read a book, sister. That passive-aggressive number went out long ago. Chicks like you give women a bad name.
Dana Carvey was comedy gold during his SNL days, and he showed up in hits like This Is Spinal Tap and Wayne's World. But 2002's The Master of Disguise? That was the nail in the coffin. The movie tried to showcase Carvey's knack for zany characters, but it fell flat, with critics tearing apart the humor, or lack thereof. Carvey never bounced back to leading man status after that one.
May I help you? Are you a member of the Turtle Club?
Well, not exactly.
Not exactly, but am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Is he okay?
He's fine.
He's fine, Turtle.
Turtle. He's dreamt of this place ever since he was a child.
Turtle.
Do you think we can go in for a moment? We'll be out in 5 minutes. Please.
All right.
Chris Klein was on the rise in the late 90s with hits like Election and American Pie. Then came the 2002 Rollerball remake, a clunky rehash of the original 70s cult classic. The movie had everything going against it: bad direction, a messy plot, and even worse performances. For Klein, it was a career nosedive. Hollywood quickly moved on, leaving him struggling to recover from the flop.
You must never kill a tyrant unless you made an arrangement with his successor. You do see what I mean, don't you?
Yeah. Means I'm not done yet.
Eddie Murphy is a master of playing multiple characters. Coming to America and The Nutty Professor proved that. But Norbit? Not so much. This 2007 comedy had Murphy playing both sides of a dysfunctional marriage, and the result was painful to watch. The film was panned so hard, some still believe it cost Murphy an Oscar for his brilliant role in Dreamgirls. After Norbit, Murphy's film career took a serious hit.
Respucia, I'm just loaded up with paperwork up to my ear. I was wondering, could you run these permits downtown for me?
Now you tell me what in the hell I look like running some goddamn permits down to City Hall for your ass. You do it. There's vomit everywhere. You know damn well you clean up all the vomit. You do it.
The porter stands at Drummond's tipped over.
We'll go clean the shit up.
Brandon Routh seemed like he was set for superstardom when he donned the cape in Superman Returns, 2006. But after the film underwhelmed both critics and audiences, Routh's career never really took off. Sure, he had a fun turn as Todd Ingram in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but nothing quite reached the heights of playing the Man of Steel. Despite a solid start, Routh never became the A-lister many expected. Poor Ahmed Best. It's not his fault that The Phantom Menace turned out the way it did, and it's definitely not his fault that Jar Jar Binks became one of the most hated characters in the Star Wars universe. But unfortunately for Best, the backlash from the 1999 prequel ended up derailing his career. The movie might be infamous now, but at the time, it practically torpedoed any future he might have had in Hollywood.
Got us killed. Are you brainless?
I expect.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mr. Stay. Mr. called Jar Jar Binks. Mr. your humble servant.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, but it is. 'Tis demanded by the gods, it is.
Meg Ryan was America's rom-com queen in the 90s, with hit after hit under her belt. Then came In the Cut, 2003. Where Ryan tried to shake up her image by taking on a darker, more serious role. But the film didn't land, leaving critics unimpressed and audiences confused. It was a sharp departure from her usual roles, and unfortunately, it didn't pay off. After that, her leading lady status started to fade.
It was dark, and there was a man and a girl, and I watched.
You like that sort of thing? You like watching?
Somebody asked me out. Who? Police detective. He's investigating a girl's murder. You know, the one who got cut up.
I could be whatever you want me to be. Ain't much I haven't done. The only thing I want to is beat you up.
Battlefield Earth, the movie that did for John Travolta's career what a meteor did for the dinosaurs. Fresh off the goodwill he earned from Pulp Fiction, Travolta was flying high. But then came this Scientology-inspired disaster, full of awkward Dutch angles, bad dialogue, and performances that left everyone cringing. The movie was so bad it undid years of hard-earned success, leaving Travolta in the Hollywood wilderness for a while.
The man animal somehow got a hold of his gun.
Really?
I might get shot.
Sure you might. And I might suddenly grow a third arm.
But sir, I swear it shot the Wrangler.
The report filed today still has my name on it.
Thomas Howell had it all in the 80s. With roles in E.T., The Outsiders, and Red Dawn, he was a rising star. Then Soul Man happened. The 1986 movie, where Howell donned blackface to get a scholarship, is as bad as it sounds. The backlash was immediate, and Howell's career took a nosedive. Since then, he's worked steadily, but mostly in direct-to-video and bargain bin material.
Raspberry tart, Mark?
Oh, no thank you. I really couldn't eat another bite. All my life, I've only been able to think about one thing. White women!
And now, at last, I'm going to have one!
When you make a sequel to a Jim Carrey classic like The Mask, you're taking a huge gamble. Unfortunately for Jamie Kennedy, Son of the Mask wasn't just a flop. It was an all-out disaster. The film had none of the charm or humor of the original, and fans rejected it completely. Kennedy later admitted in interviews that making the movie was a tough experience. To make matters worse, the film was nominated for multiple Razzie Awards, including Worst Actor for Kennedy. The movie was panned, Kennedy never quite recovered, and his leading man career never really took off after this disastrous sequel.
Mommy.
You said mama. Well, can you say dad?
Mother.
How are you and Alvy doing?
Our son is bouncing off the walls.
At one point, Taylor Lautner was on top of the world, thanks to Twilight. He had the looks, the fan base, and the momentum to break into action roles. But then came Abduction in 2011. Marketed as Lautner's big transition into action stardom, the film was a mess. Critics tore it apart for its weak plot and lackluster performances. Directed by Boys and the Hood's John Singleton, it was supposed to be Lautner's shot at proving he could lead an action-packed thriller. Instead, it flopped so hard that it derailed his career. Though he would have a few movies after the Twilight saga ended the next year. But Grown Ups 2 and The Ridiculous Six finished off what Abduction started.
All right, get those mitts on, wake up.
Can't believe you're making me fight hungover.
You want to drink like a man? Let's see if you can fight like a man. Come on, let's go. Hit me. Come on! Hit me, it's not patty cake. Punch me, here. Move your feet. I'm right here, knock my head off. Come on.